If you've ever used AI to build applications, you've probably come across these three letters: API. It's in every tutorial, every vibe coding video, every tool you try to wire together. Connect it, call it, fix it when it breaks. Most of us just nod along and keep building. But if you've ever connected a model to your project or tried to get two tools talking to each other, you've already used one. You just might not know what it was actually doing under the hood. Every explanation out there that I've found assumes that you speak fluent developer, but this one doesn't. And once you see what API actually is, you'll notice it goes way beyond AI. The same idea has been running everything on your phone for years. The map in your food delivery app wasn't built by the food delivery company. Neither was the payment system. Neither was the text that said the driver is close. Those are three completely different companies all working together inside one app. The delivery company built the app itself, but the maps, the payments, the messages, it built almost none of those. It just leases them. And you've probably never thought to notice because it just works every time you open the app. None of those apps were specifically designed to work together, or generally none of them were. And if one needed something that another could already do, there was not a clean way to ask for it. Software was islands, and there were no bridges connecting them. The bridge is an API, and the idea behind it is probably something that you're already kind of familiar with. Take a wall outlet. You might not know which power company made your electricity, and you don't care. You plug it in, the electricity flows, and whatever happens on the other side of the wall stays on the other side of the wall. The power company can change how it works, switch its sources, or even be replaced entirely, and you might never notice, because the socket is the agreement, and that's all you need. An API works the same way. It's just an agreed-upon way for two programs to connect. One side asks, an answer comes back, and neither side needs to see inside the other. API stands for Application Programming Interface, a long name for a simple concept. The wall outlet gave you the basic idea, but an ATM takes it a step further. You walk up, you're allowed to do a specific set of things: check your balance, withdraw money, deposit a check. You ask and an answer comes back. You never go behind the counter, you never see the bank's systems, you don't get the vault combination. And you can walk up to any ATM at any bank in any country and it'll connect to your specific account. A machine built by an institution you've never heard of still knows who you are and what you're allowed to do, because everyone agreed on the shape of the conversation. That's an API working. You've seen this everywhere, you just didn't have a name for it. Login with Google is the same idea. When you use it on a site, the site asks Google one question: are you already signed in? And Google sends back a yes. That's all the site gets, not your password, not your account, just the answer to the one thing it asked. The ATM doesn't give you the vault. Google doesn't hand over your password. You get back exactly what you asked for and nothing more. Now back to the AI we started with. When you're building with AI, the thing you create almost always needs to connect to other services. Send an email, process a payment, pull data from somewhere else. Each one is an API call. It's how the thing you're building reaches past itself and actually does something in the world. If you've watched our MCP episode, this might sound familiar. APIs and MCPs are related, but they're not the same thing. Every API has its own shape, so connecting 10 different services means learning 10 different handshakes. While MCP simplifies that. It's one agreed upon doorway, so your AI connects to many tools the same way. But MCP sits on top of APIs. You still need them underneath. MCP just standardizes how your AI can reach them. But there is a catch. You only ever get what the other side decides to make available. In 2023, Reddit changed its API pricing. Dozens of beloved third-party apps that ran on Reddit's data, popular clients people had used for years, shut down. Reddit hadn't banned them, it had changed what it was willing to answer. And this is the part that should matter the most if you build with AI. The product you build on top of someone else's service is just one pricing change away from what happened to those Reddit apps. You don't own the service, you're calling it, and the owner decides what it answers, what it costs, and whether it will answer you at all. The boundary isn't just technical. Whoever owns the service decides what you're allowed to ask. That's an API, an agreed-upon way for two programs to connect without either side ever seeing inside the other. Look at any app on your phone, the map in the delivery app, the login that already knows who you are, every service your own project calls on. None of it was built in the app you're in. Every bit of it got there through an API. They're being called right now by thousands of services having the same conversation behind every screen you use. And if you build with AI, now you know what holds it all together and what to watch for when it doesn't.